will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Jags and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Buffalo Bills. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, last week you and I were up at Wembley Stadium for the Jags and Falcons. This week the venue shifts about 12 miles east to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as the Jags, coming off a loss to Atlanta, look for a split here in the English capital.
And it won't be easy because that loss last week, now they stare down the Buffalo Bills, who've made this long trip with full intention of...
The second of our 5 international games this season, the Jags and Bills underway here in North London. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And here come the Bills for their first possession, led out by their 27-year-old quarterback in year 6. It's Josh Allen.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 54 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, look, and this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and there on back-to-back plays, we're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, Parker, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
Allen now on first down. That is incomplete. The Bills are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And last week was a bit of a nail-biter, a 3-point victory, but it's also the kind of game that reveals a team's true character. They fought all the way and came out victorious.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Allen's throw is complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Harris. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Hines will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2. One of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
Last year we got the Trevor Lawrence. So many tapped to be the savior of the Jaguars. He broke 4,000 yards for the first time and threw 25 touchdown passes and guided his team to the playoffs. This young man, he's been good since the first time he picked up the ball in youth league. They expect nothing less from him again this season.
Matt Milano, an all-pro last year, in on the tackle. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On the counter, Etienne. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You look at this Buffalo defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
They've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot in the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 20 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Foot breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff. And
he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Offense back out. We take a closer peek at the dual threat back, Nyheim Hines. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Hamilton, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. Pass tip. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 7-7, our score after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him the 1st down. This is Hines. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks very long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Hines. They'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. after the touchdown pass to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. On first down, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Running out of the gun with ETN. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum going. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. ETN once more. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. They need 2. Here's third down. They'll run with ETN. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Jones with the catch, and we saw that plenty last season. Fitted well with the Jaguars' 2022 free agent frenzy. Over 800 yards, a dependable target for what was suddenly one of the league's most potent passing attacks.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. So from the 26-yard line, here's a second down and 4. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Take Bigsby with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And he returns this to the 22. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On second down, here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend.
He's got a first down. Now Allen. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hines. Touchdown, Bills. Naeem Hines on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills have broken the tie.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Lawrence.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Allen off the play fake.
Open man downfield is Davis.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Allen. And it's complete to Adams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now Allen again. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Gabriel Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a two-touchdown difference here in the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now Lawrence on first down. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He completes it to Ridley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Bills to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Hines.
to the 34.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
They run with Hines. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
On play action, Allen. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go play action now. Lawrence. Man open. Here is Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
2nd and short. That's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
ETN up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Bills. First down.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 84 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Throwing now is Allen. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
35. Jaguars 17.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Welcome back now here in London. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield now, Lawrence. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Dearness Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Offense back out. We take a closer peek at the dual threat back, Nyheim Hines.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hines. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Here's Sam Martin now. as he should be able to pin him back deep. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Up the middle they go. Hines. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The kick by Bass is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 2 touchdowns. 1:40 remaining. Here's Lawrence to throw.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On play action, Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes, right side.
Down to the 10.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Lawrence.
incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Bills, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right